But you say, can you expound on that, on the integrity of the records and the record keeping? How is it right now? I mean, in reality, frankly, I think the public will be more surprised if you were to say, na actually, the record keeping has always been very good. No, but in reality, because you've had some weeks to look at this at every level, in reality, kamusta ba yung ano? I mean, former Justice Secretary Drilon was here, and he was saying outright na hindi mo naman pwede pagkatiwalaan yung records doon, yung mga logbook doon.
Tsaka doon papasok yung bayaran eh.
Yeah.
Di ba? Sa record keeping.
And not only that,
Diba?
it has implications for all of these people that we're saying we're going to recompute.
Yes.
But let's start with the basics. I mean, how is it in reality on the ground, in prison right now, on the record keeping of the conduct of prisoners?
I think one very telling example of how it's done is the one that was unearthed by the Senate in the course of its discussion on the record, supposedly, of good conduct of former Calauan Mayor Sanchez. And you've seen there that the supposed infractions, including the commission of a new offense by Mayor Sanchez, is not reflected in the records. So that's why you see Senator Gordon repeatedly saying that the record custodian is a very powerful man within the Bureau of Corrections. Now, that said, the Department of Justice has been working on, number one, the digitization of these records, and we have what we call the single carpeta system, which puts online the records of prisoners from the point of detention prior to conviction and after they are transferred to the Bureau of Corrections. Because
Online meaning it's open to the public?
no, there would be restrictions because of data privacy considerations.
Okay.
So only those who are authorized to access it would be able to. But this is one step which we hope would be able to correct certain deficiencies in record keeping. But the content of the record is something that has to be addressed by the prison officials themselves.
That's where your problem comes in. Kasi meron yung personal discretion eh. Halimbawa siya, maganda yung gagawin ko. O kaya may ginawa siyang kalokohan. Bayaran lang niya yung tao doon. Wala na yung kalokohang ginawa niya. Ang i-credit lang ko ano yung magandang ginawa niya. Nagturo ako ng kung ano dyan sa prison, i-credit yun. It's all personal discretion.
The sin of omission is harder to
And
track.
you have all these same people, they're mostly civil service eligible. Anong gagawin nyo? The president already said, gusto ko tanggalin lahat yan. Lahat ng official. Is that even possible?
Well, one of the proposals that I've heard is really in the meantime to relieve them of their work with respect to the processing of good conduct time allowances and other credits.
Sino magte-take over?
They have second in command who are supposed to assume. And we've seen this happen already because, as you recall, the Office of the Ombudsman has issued an order suspending 30 on preventive suspension, 30 officials of the Bureau of Corrections. And immediately, the second in rank assumed their duties and responsibilities.
Now, in the meantime, Congress is looking at these allegations of corruption, GCTA for sale. Is there a separate investigation on the level of the Department of Justice, and how far back will those investigations look?
Well, let me just point out also that the Ombudsman has also conducted its own investigation. But the Department of Justice has directed, I think about 2 or 3 weeks ago, the National Bureau of Investigation to look into this matter, all matters related to the GCTA, and we're awaiting its initial report so that we could start our investigation within the department level.